So we're gonna test out the Dominator HD DVR. Ground station batteries are almost dead, so this is gonna be an interesting flight. Plane is a Bix3. You know, actually, I'm not gonna say too much on audio for the beginning. What I'm doing, since the Dominator HD DVR doesn't record sound, I'm using my phone. Hopefully I can sync it up later, but I don't know how good the sound quality is gonna be. I'm gonna turn the microphone around. Hopefully we'll be able to hear that. Hopefully it doesn't interfere with the video receiver either. It's right next to it, so could be interesting. All right, got takeoff. Climbing, let me get level. Oh my God, that's beautiful. These goggles are truly beautiful. This is the first flight with them. Oh my God, that's amazing. So I've got to apologize about the nose in the shot. I did have the camera up on top of a servo, and for just a simple pan setup. And recently I stripped the rudder servo off of the Bix3, so I had to sacrifice the pan servo for a rudder. It's kind of more important to have a rudder than a pan, I think. So this is just a Bix3 3, ready to fly setup. I have two 3S 2200 milliamp hour batteries in here in parallel. And then for a video system, I have a ready-made RC, 300 milliwatt, 1.3 gigahertz video receiver or video transmitter. Receiver is the same, ready-made RC, 1.3 with a SAW filter. And then let's see, Bluebeam Ultras for the transmitter and receiver. I got a full setup for that. And then the control link is Dragon Link. So, not too worried about losing control. Sorry, I was zipping up my jacket. So I'm just gonna cruise around, stay pretty close. I'm a little worried about the ground station battery. If the goggles start beeping at me, I'll hop out of the goggles and jump on them. But so far, I'm liking these Dominator HDs. These things are incredible. It's about 5 degrees out, I think, last time I checked when I came outside, so my fingers are freezing up a little. Gonna blow on them. So you can see these rocks. Let's see if I can get the nose right on the rocks. Those rocks right off the top, there's a little cliff. That's exactly 1 mile away from where I'm sitting. So that's a good reference idea. So far we've had solid video on 300 milliwatts with an omnidirectional antenna. I love 1.3 gigahertz. So I'm a little worried about fogging up with these goggles. They have glass optics. Glass is going to be a lot cooler and hold a lot more condensation, so I'm a little hesitant about that in the cold. And right now my left lens is fogging up a little bit, but I don't think it's that big of a deal right now. This plane flies pretty true. Let's see, this is sticks off right now. Well, that's not a good example. This plane does fly pretty good without sticks, so I can throw them off and get pretty high up and just wipe off the lens really quick if I need to. My last goggles were a pair of Attitude V2s, and these are a huge upgrade from the Attitude V2s. Or no, Attitude SDs actually. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I don't know if you guys can hear, but I can just barely hear the plane out in the distance. Let's see how long we can go sticks off. If I correct, I just trimmed her out a little. optics off. That's pretty impressive. I'm really happy with this plane. It does a real good job, just cheap FPV. The whole thing was, what, $150 for a ready-to-fly setup. I ended up getting the ready-to-fly, as the bind and flies weren't in stock in America. Or, yeah, the bind and flies were only in stock in the Chinese warehouses, and shipping was going to be like $130. Like, yeah, I don't really want to pay more for the shipping than the actual thing I'm getting. Pretty impressed. I haven't had any video jitter at all. That's good. With my Attitude V2s, I had a Fatshark ground station link set up, so it's a 25 milliwatt transmitter that just repeats the 1.3 receiver signal. I'm debating on whether or not just to get a 5.8 gigahertz receiver for the Dominator HDs, or get a 1.3 laser BCG. But I know there's some interference issues with the module receiver and the DVR. So I think what I'm going to do is just get a 5.8 and then just use the repeater. I'm pretty okay with having ground station for my 1.3 setups, as you know, if you're flying 1.3, your antennas are huge. I usually like a tripod to hold everything up, and they're just not that portable, so I don't see the point of having a receiver that's going to interfere with my DVR. And I'm still going to want a ground station. Alright, I'm starting to get really cold. But everything's flying good on the plane. I kind of miss my pan setup. I could look around, get a glance at stuff, and whew. See everything. One of my cat, I'm waiting for her to come around. She always loves to come and climb on me whenever I'm flying FPV in the driveway. She loves it. A lot of people have problems with the optics on this goggles, I guess. I do have a little problem. It seems like on the edges there is a fine line, but it's ghosting. So it is a little annoying, but so far I haven't had any headaches or anything. It's just annoying, so I think that's okay for the giant screen, you know. Had a little bit of video jitter right there. I need to see how far away. There's a big road just off the nose right there. You can kind of see it's pretty straight. How far away that is on Google Earth, I'm not sure. I'm going to bring her back around. I just want to keep pretty close this time. Right there off the nose, that's my house. And right there off the nose, that's a summer home of someone. So I kind of have this whole area to myself. It's pretty nice. It's great for landing and taking off when the snow's crusted over, because I can just pretty much, this whole area is a runway and a landing. So it's pretty nice. So I'm getting freezing cold. I think I'm going to bring it in for a landing. Here comes a car. I can hear her. See if I can see it. There it is. Yeah. Dive bomb the car. Right past me. Hear her again. Right over the antenna right now, so I'm going to get some interference. Just kind of right in the little Fresnel zone in the dead spot, you know. So this will be a little tricky. That was one really nice thing about the 5.8 receiver, is I could jump on the goggles and I wouldn't have to worry about my cords or anything, you know, holding me back. With this, I'm going to have to watch myself when I get out of the goggles. Hopefully I don't rip off the cords or anything or burn them in the sun. So let's see if I can see her. I should be able to. Oh yeah, I see it just fine. Okay. Goggles off. Oh crap. Got to keep them out of the sun.